Plaintiffs Lillian and John Bidwell are suing their daughter and her child's father for unpaid rent and electric bills. The Bidwells say they supported their daughter when she told them she was gay, so they were shocked when she became pregnant by the defendant, who cannot keep a job.
Cue the defendants.
Defendants Megan Bidwell and David Hale say Megan began dating David because she was tired of her father making jokes about her sexuality. David says the Bidwells never accepted him, and John did nothing but ridicule him.
All right, the plaintiffs are suing their daughter and her child's father for unpaid rent and electric bills. John or Lillian, who's going to speak this morning?
I'll speak, Your Honor.
All right.
Okay, first of all, I just want you to know this is really hard for me. This is the youngest of 4 daughters, and this is the one that was going to make it. We got her out of school with honors. Everything was great. She got in college. We were under the impression she was going to be a nurse or a doctor of some sort. Within a year, she was back home. She had brought David with her. She used to bring in stray dogs and cats. Next thing you know, she's got stray men. I used to tease her.
What kind of doctor was she going to be? A vet? I mean,
she was prenatal. She was really studying.
Were you studying to be a doctor, Megan, or did you have desires to be a doctor?
I tried nursing school, but after seeing all the blood and stuff, I didn't like it.
Oh, that's a problem when you want to be a nurse. All right, go ahead.
Anyway, she came to us when she was young, at an early age, and told us that she liked girls. She was a lesbian, and we didn't have any problems with it. I talked to my wife about it. You know, everything was fine. We supported everything she's ever done. I've always tried to be there for her. So when David showed up, I didn't know what to think.
When did he show up?
When she came back from school, he was with her. He was more or less by her side. He started hanging around the house a lot, and we'd notice in the mornings his car was still there. So we knew something funny was going on, and I told him.
But she's gay.
Right.
And he's sleeping over?
She said they are just friends.
We were under the stand.
Yeah, but once you saw the car there the next morning, talk to me.
I was struggling with, when I came out to them, I didn't come out to them honest, like straightforward. While I was away at church camp, they found a picture of me and my ex-girlfriend that kind of came out the hard way. So.
A picture of you and your ex-girlfriend? Where did they find it?
In my bedroom.
All right, so that's when you knew. Did you not know, as Megan was growing up, you didn't know that she was...
I kind of thought that. My wife kept telling me I was crazy. I had a vivid imagination.
Yeah.
I mean, I changed the rules. As she grew up, I started telling her, on sleepovers, your girlfriends stay on the couch. You're not going to have girls in your room overnight.
Interesting.
That's kind of like giving her permission to be promiscuous.
Mom, you didn't know?
I suspected, but I denied.
When did you know, Megan?
Before puberty, because I just didn't feel right being around guys.
You weren't comfortable, or you preferred girls?
I felt more attracted to females.
Okay. All right, well, there's a telltale. Okay. All right, so you're okay with that?
Yeah, we were fine
so
with that.
why is he sleeping over if you're a lesbian?
Because I felt like I was being ridiculed, because even though Dad said he accepted it, sometimes when we argued, he would make comments like the word queer, and I don't accept that word. I find it offensive.
So because he called you queer, you had a guy sleep over?
And I'd bring guys over to try to get Dad to stop the comments, but it never felt right to me.
Okay. And that's, you know what, Megan, that's your choice. Did you call her queer?
No.
Did he?
Not that I recall.
No, I was
a prosecutor. When someone says not that I recall, it means they're not willing to admit it.
I would use those expressions in conversations, but not pertaining to her or any of her friends.
If your daughter's gay, you don't use the word queer in any conversation.
It's an odd word, I guess.
All right, so why are you sleeping there? Is she gay?
Well, yes.
So why are you sleeping with her?
She's presently living with me right now. We have a 3-month-old daughter.
You got pregnant?
Yes.
You have a baby?
That way the father's in her life.
I need to back up, David. She is, do you prefer gay or lesbian? Does it matter?
It doesn't matter what term you use.
It doesn't. Okay. You're having sex with him, though.
No, I did when I stayed there. I got all wrapped up in the situation, so to speak.
Yeah, you got wrapped up in more than the situation. You got pregnant.
Yes.
Okay. Do you know that she's gay?
Yes, I do.
So why are you sleeping with her?
I didn't know that at the present time, Your Honor.
You didn't know then?
No.
Well, she had a girlfriend.
No, she did not, John.
Sarah, yeah.
See, she had a girlfriend.
No, she did not.
The second time I had a girlfriend, he moved in twice.
Second time what? Okay, so this ought to be a hoot. You moved in with them?
Yes, ma'am.
How long?
About 10 months.
10 months. What was it like, David?
Constantly being humiliated and ridiculed by
Why would
this
they
man.
humiliate or ridicule you?
He says I'm a worthless bum.
All right.
That's
Can't
it.
get a job.
Did you get a job? Do you have a job?
I got one where I'm staying at now, yes.
When you were living with him for 10 months, were you working?
No.
You got his
I was
daughter
working
pregnant.
with him on some odd jobs.
You were? Okay,
That's
like,
supposed to go towards the rent. Did
What
it
was
ever
the
go
rent?
towards it? No.
what was the rent, David?
$200 a month.
$200 a month. That's an agreement?
Yes.
Without utilities. I was
Without
never told
utilities.
of that.
Okay, and so then the utilities are added to the $200 a month.
They never told me
We added
that.
that from day one. We actually cut
Megan?
that down.
What was the deal with rent?
Originally, we were told $200 a month for rent. I never heard anything about electric, but as it went on, he started saying electric bill was
That's
getting
not true.
high.
All right, so, Mom, did you tell her they have to pay the electric bills too?
Just $100 towards electric bill. Electric bill is
Okay.
like
How many months did they live with you that you're suing for rent for?
December
10?
through the past September.
So it's 10 months you're saying
yes,
they
from
didn't pay
December
rent.
of
I did not
2008.
live with you for 10 months.
He paid
How
December.
many months?
What, 2, 3?
No.
Megan,
Yes.
how
He
many
paid in
months did
December
David
and
live with
never
you and
paid
your
again.
parents?
On and off during that period.
Where did you live the
Back
rest
in
of
my
the time?
father's house.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this. You get his daughter pregnant. You're living in the house. You say 2 or 3 months. They say 10 months. All right. Are you contributing at all, irrespective of whether you're living there the whole time?
They've gotten some money.
How
Maybe
much?
$350 total.
Prove it. Prove it. Did you get a receipt?
They didn't write a receipt.
Did you ask
He's
for
close. He's close.
it? He is close?
I don't dispute that. He gave us 300.
You gave us 300. So,
But that left January through half of September.
okay. And why weren't you working, David?
Nothing available. Didn't have my own transportation.
Do you have buses where you live?
No, not out there.
Not in that town. It's too.
We
it's really
found
small.
him.
Get a
several
bicycle.
jobs.
Get a bicycle. Get a job. You got a woman pregnant. You're living with her parents. And it's compounded by the fact that their daughter, who they thought was gay, is pregnant by
I
you.
do not agree. I owe 10 months.
How many months do you owe?
2, 3.
Megan,
Honor.
how much does he owe?
He stayed there on and off the whole 10-month period.
Okay,
so I
did
went
you
back
get a
in.
job?
No.
Why not?
When I found out I was pregnant, I did apply places, but I never got a call back. And as it went on, I obviously started to show, and more people wouldn't hire me.
How can 2 young people not find a job?
The
I find
economy's
it
bad,
incredible to believe. As far as I'm concerned, there's a million jobs out there. You were not looking, all right? You got all kinds of places. There are places you can go online to find a job. You don't even need to show up pregnant. That's no excuse. Your parents are not here to take care of you, especially when you're pregnant by him. What are you doing now, David?
I'm working in a
Where?
pillow shop in a local mall.
He has
Pillow?
a seasonal job.
The seasonal job's better than nothing at all.
Okay. You're very quiet, Megan. What's going on in your head?
I'm just shocked by the whole situation that we're actually here.
Okay, unshock yourself. Your parents are suing you because they think you owe them rent. And you know what? That's not unusual. After kids graduate from high school, parents say, look, you know, to make you have a sense of responsibility, and also because they could use a little help too, you need to understand that, you know, you're at a point in your life now where you have to pay. So it's not shocking. What's shocking is that you're gay and you're pregnant by a guy. That's what's shocking to me. But, you know,
Yes,
what do I
that's-
know?
That's it.
Yeah, you got to be shocked too, Mom. You know what? Don't call
It was-
anybody queer again.
Your Honor, if I might add,
Yeah.
Mr. Hale says that he couldn't find a job. He actually told us he was working. He would use our vehicle to go to a local grocery store to go to work. And he said he was working there, and when we approached the store manager, they informed us they didn't know David. When they found out who he was, they told us they had removed him from the property for soliciting. He was taking items, putting them in a cart, and then putting them back.
John, that's BS.
You borrow the car, you go to this store, you run around, take stuff off the shelves, put it in the basket,
That's
put them
not
back
the
in the
case,
shelf.
ma'am.
What's the case?
I didn't need to be thrown out on my butt cold-handed.
We're not talking about you and your butt. We're talking about whether or not you went to work.
I didn't need to be homeless at that point.
I told him he had to get a job. I wasn't going to take care of him.
Of course
I
you have to
had
get a
get a
job.
job or
Did
be
you go to a
homeless.
store and move stuff off the shelf, put it in a basket, put it back on the shelf?
Far, no.
We would go in the store and he would tell us he was replacing stock.
You weren't on a payroll.
No, ma'am.
Did you go to the store?
Yes, I went to the store.
We saw
What'd
him
you
in
do
there
at the store?
Hung out.
Hung out. Why are you
Hung out.
hanging out? Go find a job.
Yes, ma'am.
You looking forward to this?
I guess. I mean, it'll get it all over with.
No, it won't, honey. You got 18 years with him.
There you go.
You got 18 years. You better get yourself in college, get yourself a job, take care of yourself, figure out who you are. I don't know if you're gay or straight, and it doesn't much matter to me. But for you and the happiness in your life, you better figure out who you are. And if you brought him in to get even with your father, which it sounds like, then you made a big mistake. But we all make mistakes, Megan. You got to move on. You're going to have a beautiful baby. As far as I'm concerned, you've got a great life ahead of you. You? I don't know about.
I'm not
Get
leaving
a
my
job.
daughter.
All right. The verdict for rent 9 months is $200 a month minus, what do we say, $300?
Actually, we had excluded the 200 off of that before we drew that up. That was January through September.
So what you're looking for is?
We're looking for the January through September minus
That's 9
$100.
months.
Right.
Minus?
Minus the $100 he paid us in September.
18, that's $1,700. All right, verdict. I'm not going to give you money for utilities. As far as I'm concerned, I don't believe that was
Okay.
clearly stated. I will give you the $1,700. Good luck for the two of you. So ordered.
Judge,
What?
I said thank you.
You lost. What are you thanking me for?
Hopefully we'll become closer and get the whole me coming out in a rough way and bringing guys home out of it.
You know, I think everything's going to be fine. I just hope she's more responsible and makes better choices in her life.